At 5 o'clock. At one time, the Bells was a fancy estate in Newport that was a showpiece along the water, but it has since fallen into disrepair. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm John DeLuca.
And I'm Tiffany Murphy. The dilapidated estate is not only an eyesore now, it's also become a dangerous spot, and now it's being demolished. ABC 6 News reporter Caitlin Galehouse has the story.
It was just a matter of time. It was never maintained. Anything that's old and historical needs to be maintained.
The Bells in Newport standing alone in disrepair ahead of its demolition. The historic building was constructed in 1876, sitting in the woods at Brenton Point State Park along Ocean Drive. The Bells formerly serving as a carriage house and stable. Over time, it's attracted tourists and became quite the attraction for people, despite the fencing to keep people out and the no trespassing signs outside of the structure.
It was never kept up. I moved here in 1984. It was in somewhat bad shape, but it wasn't awful. But over time, between the elements and younger people going in, and even though you put signs up, you put a fence up, people managed to get in.
Back in May, 4 teenage boys were injured when the roof collapsed. One of those boys had to be taken by MedFlight for treatment. The DEM had installed no trespassing signs and fencing, but they still got to the building. After that, the DEM worked to line up a demolition contractor. DEM started clearing brush from the site back in October, working also to follow the Rhode Island Historical Preservation and Heritage Commission's requirements to archive historic materials.
My immediate reaction is it's a shame to just demolish something that has survived so long the test of time. It's always easier to tear things down. It's very hard to rebuild. And we should respect our history, and we should keep these things restored, and we should keep them alive.
According to the DEM, the demolition is expected to begin Tuesday, January 30th. In Newport, I'm Caitlin Galehouse, ABC 6 News.